Hi, so this is my reading journal. I hope it's going to last me a few years because I've never been that much of a reader, and then saying that I've been reading a lot more lately, so who knows how long it's going to last me. It's an Archer olive. It's got a nice little loofy design on the front, and it is a craft paper because I love the look of craft paper. However, it's not very useful for my day-to-day because I just prefer to write on the white and paint on white paper, but I absolutely love the craft paper. So right at the front, if that doesn't unstick itself, I've got my name and I've just put my little rating system. So I did actually get the idea for this system from somebody called Book Roast. I think they're on YouTube, and she does one called Cawpile, Cawpile, and I've sort of interpreted that, but I didn't want to put as much of that into it because I felt like a bit too much detail for me, and I found it hard to rate certain areas, like the logic of things. So like books I read, they're not entirely logical. For example, one of the books I read in January was Alice in Wonderland, and it's not the most logical book, but it doesn't mean that it should be rated down because it's illogical, because that's fine. It's fine. So my rating system, I've called it Caped. Quite like that. It's very superhero-esque. It just looks at the characters, atmosphere, plot, enjoyment and detail. I've just given myself a few little prompts there as well, and that's the stars for the overall rating. I'll go on to this more when I actually get onto my ratings, probably in another video. I haven't actually filled this bit out yet, so that's super organised of me. So then this bit is my Read-A-Thon. I'm part of a Read-A-Thon on Goodreads. I found it quite early on in January, and it's not got that many people as a part of it, but it seemed quite fun to me. I am planning on making this last me quite a few years rather than just the 1 year Read-A-Thon, because you'll see very soon that there's a lot of books to fill this sort of section, and I will not get through that many books in a year. Like, I can pretty much guarantee it. I will not get through that many books in a year. So the idea was a read-a-thon. So first you built a house. You have to read a hardcover of the house, and there was 10 different sections, I think. So what I've done is have this open up a bit like a house. Houses don't open up like that, but it opens up like that anyway. And then I've got 10 different rooms. You probably can't see them because I've wrote it out in pencil, but my idea is that once I've read a hardcover, I decorate the room with what I would assume would go in that room, if that makes sense. So for example, I've got the kitchen there, so I'd put a fridge, I'd put a freezer, a stove top, a sink, you know, like a nice little window, make it look like a kitchen. I've got the hallway, so I would just have some stairs, maybe a coat rack with some coat on, dining rooms, obviously a table, maybe a bit of storage. I've got an office, a bathroom, a living room, a spare room, so like a small bedroom, child's bedroom possibly, games room, ensuite and a master bedroom. Then there was the shop section, so for Nook's Cranny it was a busy cover, for Able Sisters Tailor Shop, clothing on cover, Kicks black and white cover, Leaf flowers on cover, and the campsite trees on cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I reckon I can get about 5 books in each of these sections if I write them all. But I'm planning on like 5 books, and then that's each shop complete. Tools, metallic or shiny cover. I can't even think on the top of my head if I even own any books with a metallic or shiny cover, so if you've got any book suggestions that have metallic, shiny, pretty covers, then please let me know. But anytime I get one of them, I'm just going to colour one of the tools in. Then you've got your villagers and your visitors, so books with animals on the cover or in the title. And then your visitors, different visitors there, and then the different things that were linked to it. I mean, this lady took a lot of time obviously thinking of the different things. What I've done is I've just printed out basically images of all the villagers or characters that I wanted. And I'm going to cut them out a lot better than I had done there, and then stick them in once I've actually done it and write the book beside it, or beside there. The next one's trees and flowers. So for trees, cherry trees, part of a duology, apple tree read classic, pear recommended by a friend. I don't really have many friends that read, so I'm going to have to ask my boyfriend or someone to recommend me a book just so I can actually get some pears on my pear tree. Orange, sun on cover, peach pastel cover. Then again, flowers have different ones. My idea is if I find a flower, I've got it in grey. So for example, if I get a lily, which is a mystery, depending on the cover of the book, I'm assuming the mysteries are going to be quite dark colours. But depending on the colour of the book is what colour I'm colouring in the flower. And then what I've done for all the fruits is just cut out the shapes. And then the idea is that once I've got one, so say I've got an orange, then I just stick the orange on the orange tree. Peach, stick a peach on the peach tree. And at the minute I've only printed out 5 of each because effort. Next is the museum. So to get the museum initially, you have to read the book that was released before you were born. So I was born in 1993. There's so many books, and I've definitely done this in January, so that was quite an easy one. And then this is where it gets hefty. So catch insects, so bugs on cover. I can't even, on top of my head, even recall any books that I've got books on the cover, but I'm going to search them, and even if it's the tiniest little, tiny little bug, it's getting marked off. So the idea is I'm going to put loads of different boxes on here. I've sort of, in pencil, gone over where the outlines would be, and I'm just going to colour the little boxes in, and then just write the books on the inside. Catch fish, so sea life on the cover, or sea words. So I'm assuming like boat, ocean, possibly pirate books, although I think the pirate might have been Gulliver. But after I've got Gulliver, any other pirate books are going in here because it's to do with sea. Pirates are to do with the sea. And then you've got find fossils, so anything released before 2020. Again, very, very easy for me because a lot of the books that I own were released before 2020. Catch sea creatures, set under or on the sea. That could be pirates as well, though. Oh, no. Okay, this is going to be really difficult to get 40 of them and 80 of them. I'm just going to have to read specifically pirate books. 120 pirate books I need to read. That's basically what I need to do. And then collect art is anything with a pretty colour, or what would be classed as a pretty colour, what I would class as a pretty colour. And what she said is that one book can count for any of the two of anything. So technically I could get Gulliver and get a sea creature or a catchfish. But then I mean, is it cheating if I get a sea creature and a catchfish? Maybe, but I might do it anyway. That sounds like a good idea. Good idea. Okay, then next is my wants list. The idea is that it's gonna be just pictures stuck in like a vision board of just books or series that I want. Off the top of my head, I can tell you one is the Autonomy, because oh my god, that book looks so pretty, and it's literally massive, and it's just the prologue, but it's the most beautiful book I've ever seen. And I know they tell you not to judge a book by its cover, but I'm doing it. I'm judging. Then next is my 2021 cover page. My idea here is to just write a load of stats at the end of the year. Obviously I can't do it now because I haven't read. So stats. And I've got my goals page. So I've got read 1 on TBR per month, 1 ebook a month, 1 advanced reader copy a month, finish 4 series of books, 24 books this year. But if I do like them two, I've already done that, so it was a bit of a silly goal, but 24 books seems good to me. I might miss some of these out, and if I could still get 24 books, that'd be really good. And 6 graphic novels this year. I have a lot of graphic novels collected, and I've probably read like 4 of them, so in my head that was a really good idea to do. Then I've got the advanced reader copies that I've got. I get these from NetGalley, so if anybody's interested, all you do is you go on, you find something that you like the sound of, you apply it and then apply for it, and then they'll either accept you or they won't, and then you get so long to read them and it tells you the release dates. So I've just wrote the ones where it's got a release date that's this year, because there is a couple of ones that I've had that have already been released, but I've still got the advanced reader copy even though I got it after it had been released. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me, yeah. Then I've got my TBR. So these are just books that either people have gone on about or something that I've wanted to read for a while. Maybe I've had it for a while and I just want to get my head down and read. So an example is Harry Potter. I've read them all once, but it must have been 10, 15 years ago. And I remember liking the books a lot more than I liked the movies, but I've watched the movies a lot more than I've read the books. So I want to go back through, and I have actually started reading the first 2, and I've finished the second one, and I want to get on with the rest of them because reading is better than movies 99% of the time. And then next I've got just a page for my reviews to start, and then to continue up to wherever it gets to. I mean, that's only that much, so I've got a lot more pages, so reviews just keep going and going. Then the plan is to just start with another 2022 page after that and just keep going. So it's my review start. And what I've done is, these are for January, so what I'll do is I'll stick a little image in, write what the book is, who it's by, maybe a little blurb about what I felt, how I enjoyed it, or if I didn't enjoy it, maybe a couple of quotes. My plan's also to put in how many pages it was and a rating, because at the end I do want to see how many of 1-star ratings I've got, how many 2-star ratings, and I might do a little section here-ish with how many pages I've read per month. That seems fun. So I've cut out January, so time to get on with January.